All right, we're back on this train here. I think it's just a great topic to talk about because to me, this guy, I was happy when the trade was made. I was not expecting this. Kirby Dach to be as good as he has been, as productive as he has been. Look, you don't get drafted third overall if you're a beer leaguer. Obviously, he's got great skill. We know that. But he's showing it in droves. Look, dude looks like a, dare I say it, the S word, the star. He really does look like it, honestly. And I'm just blown away, and he's such a perfect fit on that first line with Suzuki and Caufield. And I know a ton of people were coming after me in the last video because I talked about him as a centerman. People are saying, no, this guy's a winger now. He's an elite winger in the NHL. I understand he's going to get significant time on the wing. I do think eventually they might pop him back to center to be either the second or the third line center. That's where I think he's going to go, truthfully. But for right now, don't touch it. Leave him on the wing with Suzuki and with Caufield. Like, he's perfect as a winger right now. But today I want to talk about it. Why on earth did the Chicago Blackhawks give up on him? I know first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, well, look at his stats. In his first 3 years with Chicago, he had terrible numbers. And even like last year, terrible numbers. They gave up on him because he didn't produce. They thought he was a bust. And honestly, a lot of people did until last year. Well, here's the thing. That's fine if you're Colorado. That's fine if you're Tampa. If you're a team that's been saying for years that you're going to blow it up and you're going to rebuild, I know you still got Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, but you know you're going to rebuild, and you know that you need as many young, asset-protected stars and potential players that you can have on your team, why would you give up on a big centerman who was drafted high overall and who was only 21 years old? Why would you do that? I understand he had bad seasons. Are you really going to give up on him and swap him out for another first-round pick? I understand, yeah, the first-round pick was appealing, but look at what Doc's turning into right now. Is that really worth Frank Nazar, who didn't even make the World Junior team for Team USA this past summer here? Is it? Because, look, a 13th overall pick, it may look nice and juicy and a first-round pick in the top 15. That sounds nice. Dude, do you know how many guys in even the top 10 end up panning out to be NHL players? Not even NHL stars, NHL players? It's a small number. So at 13, you're taking a gamble. This isn't like it's a top 5 pick here. And the 2022 draft was looked at as relatively weak. Okay, so that was a risk in and of itself right there. And Kirby Dach, I understand that at that point, Kyle Davidson was looking at it. He was saying, this guy's a lost cause. Okay, we can give up on him because he's not a star. We projected him here. He's going to be a third liner at best. But man, that was not accounting for the situation in Chicago where everything was going downhill, not just in terms of play where every year they would lose big players from their cup runs, guys like Seabrook, Keith, Crawford, those types of guys. Not just that. So they weren't getting worse and worse every year, only that. But there was also controversies surrounding them. The Kyle Beach stuff, the Joel Quenneville stuff. Even a ton of people were down Taves and Kane's throats for that. And Kane's got his own controversies. And, topple that with a bad team and the Seth Jones trade, which is just a head-scratcher. I understand you want a good defenseman, but tell me you don't watch hockey without telling me you don't watch hockey. Seth Jones, I'm sorry, to give up that package, I don't know what they were thinking there. That was a bad deal for the Chicago Blackhawks, and an even worse contract that they signed him to there. I don't understand that one in the slightest. And I don't understand even more why they would give up during a rebuild on a 21-year-old center, third overall pick. I don't get it. For just a 13th overall pick, I don't get it. To me, there should have been more there if you're going to give up on somebody like that. And I'm seeing it all over Twitter. People are saying, why would you give up on that type of player, Chicago? Why would you do that? I don't understand it. And honestly, I'm in that same boat. I don't get it whatsoever. If I really started to think about it and put myself in their shoes, I guess the underlying numbers, the face-off stuff. Remember, he was getting crushed because apparently he couldn't win a face-off. I have a solution to that. Maybe don't play him at center the entire time. Martin St. Louis doing it. It's looking pretty good right now. So I mean, there's so many things where it's like, dude, I just, why did you give up on the kid instead of riding it out or trying to adjust the situation to make it better for him? Like, why wouldn't you go forward with a guy like Kirby Dach as one of your cornerstone pieces? Doesn't need to be the first line center, okay? Doesn't even need to be the first line right winger. If you have Kirby Dach going forward as a second line right winger in your franchise, that's golden for you. I don't understand it. Like, this Frank Nazar better be the second coming of Wayne Gretzky. Like, seriously, to me, it's a head scratcher why they give up on him, and he's going to keep making this trade look even sillier and sillier every single game Kirby Dach is. I'm telling you right now, he looks like a monster, and I think he's going to end up being a very, very good player. Not just a good player. From what I'm seeing from this guy, the skill he has and the hockey sense, that's stuff you don't teach, man. That's stuff that you have as a gift. And he's got it in droves. Give him some skilled players to play with. You might be talking about a 70, 75 plus point player here, which would be atrocious for the Blackhawks to give up in a rebuild in a guy who barely just became old enough to drink in the U.S. Like, this is going to look bad for the Chicago Blackhawks. Mark my words. I still don't understand why they did it. Maybe you guys have a better reason. Let me know in the comments down below. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.